thought that it is a
SimSat.
piece to camera, but they must have cut it live.
Uh-oh.
That's why. Otherwise, a seasoned guy would 100% would never make that mistake.
I know.
I think he was doing the SimSat maybe.
Not SimSat with the.
Yeah, they do it.
No, but then how can you cut to it live if you're doing a SimSat?
You can't.
Or I'll tell you what they would have possibly done. Exactly what we sort of did at the WTC final. Remember how touch and go it was? It would have been that.
So it may have been a SimSat. Yes. What would have happened? He would have recorded 2 or 3 answers, and the first one would have been like this. He would have said, "Okay, continue rolling. I'll take another take." The producer would have put the wrong without listening. Would have just taken in and out.
And just put the out there.
Yeah, that's mystery solved. Mystery solved.
Boy.
About the clip that has gone viral. What is that clip? Figure out for yourself.
Figure it out, yes.
You'll find it. You go to social media, you will find many clips. There's a news clip that has gone viral. Find it. But we have cracked the mystery of how such a big goof up could have happened.
Yep.
We've cracked it. For more information, you could get in touch with us directly on social media, DM us. No, of how mystery solved. So we have done, na?
Yeah, you have done.
You have to get in touch with us for solving of that mystery.
The brain of a producer's work now.
Yes, exactly.
This is what we know.
Exactly. This is what we know. We are experts. Amongst experts of a few other things.
Exactly.
Well, how come Siddharth is in office today? It's a coincidence that he's there.
I mean, there is no Shane. That's why you don't need 2
Shane
people.
could have been here today.
But
He didn't have to be
having him on CSK
exactly.
days.
CSK days, you're no point.
But
I should have
RR
been.
colors today.
Oh, that's again coincidence. That day you wore SRHDC, you wore an orange jersey, and that was not heights of coincidence. Or you should say you have
I was
no
welcoming,
faith.
na. I was.
Just to let everyone know, he is in office not because he is a CSK fan. Just coincidentally here. In fact, we have asked him not to be in office on CSK days because we are bigger fans, and I think I am a bigger fan, and I would do a better job of backing CSK. Yeah, they're one of my top teams alongside
Same
LSG.
here. Same.
They are not nothing.
I had
They're not
picked
cutting.
MI, KKR,
No, I'm
CSK.
saying my team. I'm not saying picking.
But today I might support them a bit more.
Why?
Because Daryl Mitchell's in. Daryl Mitchell's in, no Rachin Ravindra.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
If it's happened for Rachin Ravindra, then it makes sense because he was woefully out of form.
Yes.
But if you're going to remove a middle order batter as they were doing, that was making no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this makes sense.
So LSG have opted to bowl, and that is why if you look at it, CSK batting, so this is their batting 11 that is there.
So they have then, okay, then it's fine. Then he can play. See, the thing is, what the problem was with Daryl Mitchell was that amongst Ajinkya Rahane, Ruturaj, Gaikwad, Rachin Ravindra and Daryl Mitchell, there wasn't too much explosiveness in the top order of CSK, which anyway bats till 9-10. They have such a long batting lineup. Anyway, underutilizing MS also. But if you have such a long batting lineup, then your top order should just be ultra aggressive.
Correct.
Which wasn't the case. You can take 1 or 2 accumulators, but not all.
Correct.
Now what you've done is pushed everyone up, in which sense then your lower order then will be utilized optimally. That has to be the first priority, which is what they have done. So I don't mind Daryl Mitchell, nothing against him.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't want him in the team is because he was slowing things down. But with Rachin Ravindra, and I was going to say today, if Rachin would have played, that he's very lucky to have got such an extended run. Finally, after the mid-season slump that CSK have had recently, they have decided to make that change. So good, take us through the 11.
Of course, the batting.
Because they are batting first.
Yeah, so it is Rahane and Rituraj to open. And then Daryl Mitchell will be coming in at number 3.
Also, that pushes Rituraj to the position
that he's
which
most
I think
comfortable with.
he should have been batting. I don't know why batting
Why
at 3.
bat number 3?
Yeah, so that is why Rahane, Rituraj to open. Daryl Mitchell, Moeen Ali, maybe that might be a swap depending upon the situation. Moeen also
No,
can
I
be
think
very
you'll have to get Moeen because what is the one thing that CSK would do is left hand, right hand.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 3 right-handers straight up. I don't think it kind of works. So ideally what you should do is, if Ajinkya and Ruturaj are opening 2 righties, next up should be Moeen. Then can be done.
Or do you think it could be Ajinkya or Moeen opening? Ruturaj bats at 3.
Possible. That's not a bad option.
So possible then.
That's not a bad option. Not a bad option.
Then
Though again it pushes Ruturaj to 3, which I don't think is his ideal number. Or do Ruturaj, I mean ideally you would have done Ruturaj, Moin open, Ajinkya at 3.
Ajinkya at 3.
And then it gets you back to the same problem because Dubey continues to bat at 4 and Mitchell will be at 5.
Yeah. No, that's better. Get Moin and Ruturaj to open, ideally. Ajinkya at 3 and Daryl Mitchell at 4.
But Ajinkya and Daryl, 2 anchors.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But you will have anchors now, come what may. Between Ruturaj, Ajinkya and Daryl, you will have 3. Now you decide you want them to open 3, 4, whatever.
Because I would prefer Moin or Ruturaj Ajinkya opening because then there is a variety in the batting. Then maybe even a Dubey can be pushed to a 4 if Moin gets out.
Yes, better. So what you do is go with the left hand, right hand, whether it's Rahane Moin or Ruturaj Moin, whatever. Next up, your option should be between, let's say Rahane and Moin Ali are opening. Next option should be a Ruturaj at number 3 and at number 4 has to be Dubey.
Dubey, yes.
Which again
Same
tells
problem.
you, Daryl Mitchell again.
That Daryl
Surplus
Mitchell
to
conundrum.
As they say in Hindi,
surplus to requirement.
इधर से खींचो या उधर से खींचो.
Exactly. So, see, that is the conundrum. They have to have the right batting order this time. The combination has to be right. Otherwise, it will be the same problem that's been plaguing CSK for the last 2 to 3 games. Surplus to the requirement, but don't know how to utilize it.
What they might, because it's interesting you point about Jadeja, because last time these two teams played, he got a 50.
Yeah.
So there is a possibility
That
that
to
you
batting at
go.
number 4.
Yeah,
He also
there.
promoted himself higher of the order.
Yeah.
So, a rare failure for Dubey, but I think in Chepauk he has managed to crack the code. He knows how to play well here. I think his strike rate this season has been close to 160 if I'm not mistaken.
Here?
Yeah,
3
Dubey.
matches.
No, season. Overall
Season.
Dubey.
Okay.
So that's why there is an option between all of that. So Rahane, Rituraj, Mitchell, Moin, Dubey, Jaddu and Dhoni. That's your top order when you look at it.
There, I think, will also be a Samir Rizvi.
Today there are
I think
batter
Samir
short,
Rizvi-
by the way.
So
No.
Which is why I think Samir Rizvi will be their impact sub.
No, that
Because
will be
there's
their
already
impact.
7 bowling options over there.
No.
They will
Impact,
get a Shardul.
impact sub. No, impact sub if they're batting first.
Yes.
So he will not be the impact sub. Your first choice impact sub is going to be a bowler,
Bowler,
provided you have collapse. So
Yeah.
that is why your impact sub has to be. Have they got their 4 foreigners?
they
Daryl
have got
Mitchell.
4.
Yes.
Moin Ali.
Daryl, Matisha Patirana and
Yeah, so no, again my favorite Mitchell Santner not coming. So they will have to go with a Shardul Thakur, Sheikh Rashid,
Yeah.
only 2 options.
Yes.
Rizvi is your backup option. If you have a collapse today, then Rizvi comes in because you anyway have
But
7
otherwise
bowlers.
as well, yeah, you've got 7 bowlers minus
But-
a Shardul also.
But
you'll
how
also-
7? Yeah, you got Pati Rana, Mustafizur, Tushar Deshpande, Deepak Chahar and Jadeja. That's
Moin
it.
and Mitchell.
Moin. But no, Mitchell to they hardly use.
WWs?
Don't, no.
2 overs?
Shivam, Dubey, Daryl Mitchell will not come. You know, I know. They are
bowlers.
Yeah, on paper.
They are on paper.
On paper,
But
yeah.
let's look at it. 6 bowlers they have already.
Yeah.
I think they will exercise that option of having the 7th, which very well could be a Shardul Thakur. But then that's a plan B. The only reason they've not put Shardul now is because they're thinking, okay, what if we have a collapse and we need a batting
Yes.
sub, in which case, we may have to bring in a Samir Rizvi. So they're keeping that option open. If there is no collapse today, the batting order is underutilized, then 100% Shardul is coming in, which is and by the way, this is something you go back to our shows, I used to keep saying even when Chennai were winning, that they are keeping an extra batter for no use. In fact, they need batting because bowling, you are more likely to use your 7 bowling options. Somebody or the other will get hammered, so you will use. But in batting, if I've packed 8 batters, more often than not, they're not getting used. Dhoni only is coming when we are saying underutilized at 6 sometime. What's the point of keeping with 8? This is a smart ploy that Chennai have come, where they keep both options open. Collapse, bring in a batter. No collapse, 7 proper bowler and 9 on paper.
In fact, it's funny that at a time where scrapping of the impact player rule is being much talked about, and it's been talked about particularly this last week, that teams have evolved in their utility or utilization of the impact player rule.
Yeah.
We saw a different picture altogether last year where teams are still figuring out how they get balance. At the start of this tournament, you thought, okay, it's extending the batting lineup, and that sort of explains those 250 and 220 plus totals that we've seen so far, to now there being a situation where not just CSK but even a couple of the other franchises, they are naming an 11 to begin with. Even if they are the batting side, they're going with just the amount of batters you will need had there been no impact sub. The impact sub player is then getting named depending on where the match situation is. So it's good evolution, but it's time that the rule be done away with.
That rule. I agree. But the smarter use that started happening. So Chennai have gone batting. So if you see, the batting technically finishes at 7.
With Dhoni.
With Dhoni, yes, 7. Dhoni is the last.
But then if you get a Shardul as an impact of 5 pace bowlers.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because half of them will go for a lot of runs. In Deepak Chahar, Tushar Deshpande get hammered. So they have another option there.
Also Chahar against
even if you
KL
get
Rahul.
a Sheikh Rashid, even then it's 5 pacers.
Deepak Chahar against KL Rahul is also a competition which is skewed in favor of KL Rahul.
Yes.
But what that tells me is interesting. That the fact that the home team are contemplating 5 pacers, and there's a good chance they do it, is that why I'm saying that's interesting, because this season of the IPL, 3 matches have happened at the Chepauk and 3 have gotten very different pitches. You've had 2 pitches that have been sluggish, slowish, low scoring games, but one seemed like a batting paradise.
RCB.
Yeah, one was a batting paradise.
I
So
thought the GT game was much more.
RCB,
The
GT
200
were both
run.
batter friendly. KKR was definitely a very
KKR
slow
was
one.
slow. GT
no. There was one only where a lot of runs were scored. Both the remaining
There was
games
one
were-
200.
Yeah.
That
The
was
RCB
GT
match was, I
game.
think, about
174.
170.
170.
And then you saw 138, I think,
Yeah,
against
so
KKR.
that's what I'm saying. So 2 not 170 is below par in this. No, so as I said, 2 pitches weren't outstanding for batting, where spinners could come into play. The typical Chepauk pitch that we got used to, but one good batting track. And if it is going to be, I feel that the home team have picked 5 pacers or are contemplating picking 5 pacers. This is a track that will be a good batting track, and this is a track where pacers will have to do the job, won't help spinners. And there's a reason why they may have done that, is the opposition, is the team that they're playing, because they have mastered the art of playing on slow pitches this season. That's the Lucknow Super Giants. So you're not giving them that kind of a pitch. You're giving them a batting paradise, a belter of a track, and on this kind of a track, you can fasaw them. So it's a batting track coming in. That's why they've also reduced a batter, Chennai, saying that on a good track you don't need so much. If need be, we'll bring one. Let's go with more bowling options, so that when the opposition is going hell for leather, we have XYZ to go to. So that's told us what the pitch is going to be like. Don't look at any pitch report. Just look at the team, the home team picking their team, their 11, their combination, and the pitch that is coming your way.
Yes.
Nothing more to add. I think that's the ploy and the right thing to do, because you're up against a team that's mastered the art of defending totals as low as 160. You got a defense minister over there, a potential defense minister candidate. That's what the joke at the moment on social media is.
That's harsh.
It's harsh.
KL Rahul.
Yeah.
Last match, did you see him?
82 of 53.
He was
Against the same team.
yeah.
And he was one
You know what he was
ball
called
quicker
then?
than a Virat Kohli's 82. Let me tell you that.
Then he was given
In
the
Mohali.
name.
But one ball, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Have some mercy. You are now clutching at straws by saying one ball. You went now. This is, I'm exposing his double standard. Virat Kohli knock, he went after. One ball better. KL Rahul is saying, wow, what a knock.
Because it's KL.
So for that, by the way, then he was being called
Achha, now you're going down that road. I have so much more expectations of Virat Kohli. I do not have so much of KL. That's why I'm praising his knock. But Virat,
I know.
you are caught in your trap, my friend. But then, what the same ditto for Virat Kohli, I'd say. Unfair criticism from you guys. Why? Same knock.
I mean,
Same knock. Both played the same knock.
Yeah.
Both.
In both Mohali, Melbourne, and here.
Both.
Deccan,
No. You are saying this particular 83 at the strike
82,
rate, and Virat's knock. You criticize same strike rate.
But look at the situation overall.
Again,
Here he
now
ensured his team cruise to victory. There, Virat had to play
He
catch up
batted
and
first. He batted first. How is he to know? What are others doing?
Where? In Melbourne and Mohali, he chased.
Not Melbourne. Not Melbourne and Mohali.
Then?
Melbourne and Mohali, nahi, I'm saying that 100 that he made, you went
see,
out.
why Mansingh?
Even KL, he batted second, against Chennai.
No.
He's talking about the Savai Mansingh 100.
That's why Mansingh. That Setting a total and chasing a total, different dynamics.
Exactly my point. It's tougher knowing the strike rate when you're batting first than when you're chasing. You're more guilty of not keeping up with the strike rate batting second. Exactly my point.
So guilty as per charged. So that's it.
Batting second, my friend.
First, you had said
You
no.
would no. I am saying batting first. You can be excused for not knowing the strike rate
But
because you're
then
setting a track.
I'll say
Batting
one thing.
second. Supposing if it's batting second, you're chasing a total, and there you are slowing down at a certain. That's unpardonable. Batting first, so you don't know.
Nah.
But two things will always go against that particular innings.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that inning because we've discussed that a
Over and
lot. But
over
I'm just saying overall,
No,
your
but
double
one ball
standard-
is against Siddharth doing, I don't know what he's doing.
82-54, 82-53, both in a chase. Yaar, is defense minister jive not worth it, yaar, KL Rahul? Sure, he has not
It's
redeemed
not a
himself
jive.
totally.
It's not a jive, it's a compliment to him.
Is it?
Yes, it's a compliment to him, which has come from his franchise only.
Do you have a South Indian bias? You will always defend Ashwin. You will always defend KL Rahul. But yeah, and a West Indian jab since you a bias since you come from Mumbai, and you will defend Rohit Sharma. You only go after the North Indians.
Yeah, he
Even
doesn't
though
like
you
the
are-
food over here.
And even though you are having the namak and
Roti
of North
North
India.
India.
I know. But गेहूं और आटा आता है MP से. That is Central India.
No, नॉर्थ से भी आता है. यूपी में बहुत आटा आता है.
I know.
पंजाब से आटा आता है. Yeah, what are you saying? Come on.
MP से भी आता है. But
हाँ,
again,
आता- so
MP
that
का
तो
आता,
everywhere
MP
ना.
Kata, yes. But you don't criticize Punjab. Punjab Kings for the performance. So,
That's why I'm saying you criticize all the North teams.
yaar, PBK's DC, what have they left to at least cheer them
No,
on?
but RCB is a South team, but you criticize the North Indian boy there in Virat Kohli.
No, entire RCB unit.
That's
That you
actually
can't
fair.
accuse me of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so LSG, you want to take through the team?
Yes, sir.
And their
Let's
impacts
just
on-
go through the LSG side as well. The team that is going to be bowling first after having won the toss. That's what KL Rahul decided. But over to the 11s now. Quinton de Kock, KL Rahul, no changes over there. Marcus Stoinis at 3. Deepak Huda is in the side.
Yeah,
Nicholas
same team.
Puran, Ayush Badoni, Krunal Pandya, Matt Henry, Ravi Bishnoi, Mohsin Khan, Yash Thakur.
So the first thing that I noticed that Mayank Yadav is still not back.
Yes.
There were doubts, over his fitness, still not recovered. That doesn't augur well because in a game like today, they would have needed him. Because today is the day where you have, a fast bowling, a belter of a pitch as expected, and fast bowlers will have to come to the party. Bowlers that can take the pitch out of the equation, and they would have needed the pace, that extra pace of a Mayank. He's not there. He's not been there the last few games, yet they've done well. Mohsin has been doing well since his comeback, so has Yash Thakur. Ravi Bishnoi has started off well, but then has really tapered, has gotten hammered. Matt Henry got a chance last game and did well, so they've continued with him. Krunal Pandya is now with the ball picked up. After a not so great start, and the batting is pretty much the same. They'll shuffle that batting order around, but it's pretty much the same. So still, though Devdutt Padikkal, who had a horrendous start, they've kept him out. Even though I was looking at some numbers where he has some great numbers against CSK.
Yes.
So there was a thought process
Could
that
he
he comes back.
impact sub?
Possible. Let's take a look at who their batters are. There is Devdutt Padikkal. There's Arshin Kulkarni, Krishnappa Gautam, Yudhvir Singh Charak, and Manimaran Siddharth.
No, Siddharth won't be the sub.
Actually, one of the first two. Either Kulkarni or Padikkal.
Or
Yeah.
why not a KP? Krishnappa Gautam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then
Krishnappa,
Krishnappa, you would have had him for bowling also.
as a bowler as
Utilized
well.
him also. Like
There have been multiple occasions where you thought, he'd be there. But
Yeah.
he's getting the same Sai Kishore treatment, let's say the first year that he spent at GT and the 2 years that he spent at CSK. We were all hoping that on this, checkbox surface, when is he going to be unleashed? When will GT also use him? It didn't happen. So many
LSG surprising an Arshin pick.
could be.
Could be, why not?
Depending
Because
on where.
he's also a decent medium pace bowler.
No, but
also.
see,
But
now that
batting-
they've not picked him, so they're not going to use. So they are looking at an out-and-out batter. See, if you look at their bowling action, the bowling is pretty much sorted. They've got 4 fast bowling options, 3 genuine pacers, and a Marcus Stoinis who has been bowling this IPL. So unlike a lot of other, makeshift bowlers, he's been a bowler at least 1 or 2 overs he's been doing. So they have 4 seam bowling options in Mohsin, Yash, Matt Henry, and Stoinis, which is decent. And they've got 3 spinning options, 2 regular in Krunal Pandya as well as Ravi Bishnoi, and a Deepak Huda thrown in there. So As of now, the bowling looks fine. Only thing, the batting is still 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So 100% is 6. I'm talking till Badoni. Krunal Pandya can bat, but I'm only looking at 6 like proper batter. So 100% a batter is coming in, whereby you will have batting till 7 and Krunal being 8.
Yeah.
So decent batting till
I
8.
think it's in DDP. Devdutt Padikkal.
No. Sir, in previous match, I saw Kulkarni batted.
Kulkarni. That's an
Arshin
interesting point.
Kulkarni.
And why? Because Kulkarni is that explosive kind of a
Top
batter.
order bat, yeah.
So I agree with you that it could be a Kulkarni.
He's the one who really wants to emulate Jack Cullis, right?
Yeah, Jack Cullis.
Yeah.
Pace bowling all-rounder. I mean, he does have, it's not high pace, somewhere in the late 120s he does.
But anyway, his bowling is not needed
It's
today.
his
He's
batting
not coming.
ability.
Yeah. He's not coming in while they're bowling.
He opened in the under-19 World Cup and he could be a number 3 for...
Because you've given Devdutt Padikkal, if it's the kind of target that LSG believe can be chased, I think they would want to try, like was the case in the previous match that they played on Friday. If it's again that target where you feel, you can afford to experiment just a little, this could just be the right moment to try Arshin Kulkarni.
At the moment, if I compare the two teams, their batting has been similar, whereas they've got big names, but most of them have been misfiring. For Chennai, it's the lower order that is saving them the blushes. In Shivam Dube, sometimes Jadeja stepping up, and the blitzkrieg by Dhoni at the end. Those are the guys that have been saving them. For Lucknow, it's either KL Rahul who will perform right at the top, or sometime you will have like a Nicholas Puran or Ayush Baduni step in. So just as 3 batters who've been saving Chennai the blushes, there are pretty much 3 batters for LSG as well. Just as for Chennai, Ajinkya Rahane, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Daryl Mitchell and all haven't fired. Same for Lucknow, I think Quinton hasn't fired, Marcus Stoinis hasn't fired, Deepak Hooda hasn't fired. So it's a misfiring batting lineup for both teams. Pretty similar there. It's the bowling that's going to be interesting, and here also I think they're pretty much split, where 2 really standout bowlers for Chennai in Patirana and Mustafizur are the 2 guys that have been doing very well. And similarly for Lucknow, I think it's been Mohsin and Yash Thakur to an extent. Matt Henry did well last game. So again, pretty much. But I think LSG have a better spin bowling lineup than CSK.
Yes,
with
Jadeja, Moin, if you look at a Krunal and a Bishnoi.
Yeah, slightly better. Not much to choose from. That's what I'm saying. In whichever aspect you look at it, very evenly matched team. But the fact that Chennai are playing at home may just give them that edge. And they've done very well, won all 3 games at home, but have performed really poorly while travelling 4 games. They won only one.
See, they've got the backs against the wall. They've been looking for continuity, something that's eluded them. Over these last few games now. That continuity is missing. They would love, this home spell. I think they've got 3 back-to-back home matches now. They would want to be making, and they are traditionally as a side, they've made good use of conditions at home. For the home factor, because the teams look very evenly matched, I think I'm backing CSK. Very little to choose between the two, but CSK for that home advantage.
Okay, we'll take questions. You can have the prediction. So Harshit has gone with CSK with a slight edge, and that's a valid point. And what are you predicting for them?
I am predicting that they put on about 199.
199.
210
for CSK.
and CSK.
You don't pick CSK, yeah? You've disowned them. You do not. Okay, I'll pick LSG. I've been backing LSG, and also I think it's a very close contest, just as I analyze. But just to make it, comparative in our discussion, at least there'll be some banter.
Because the man there is also going to be backing LSG.
So that's what I'm saying.
Like yesterday,
but
it was a stalemate. 2 picked Dara, 2 picked MI.
Yeah. True. And RR won.
Yes.
RR won.
So same.
No, one flip flop then in the middle.
I'm saying Chennai get 182 and LSG win.
182.
Yeah. Maybe
Maybe
this
with
bowling
bolder
attack.
predictions. It looks like a
Maybe this bowling attack has.
What
the
did you go
capability to-
199.
199. And
I
he
said
went with
210.
200 some. 182 and Lucknow win. Okay, let's take a few questions. Dhanush says, Dube is not bowling, then can he play the T20 World Cup? Sure, he should. The way he's batting, you should play him, whether he bowls or not. Doesn't matter.
There's only one way you can play Shivam.
There are many ways you can play.
You form an 11 basis the IPL only. That's it. Take the best performing batters, best performing bowlers.
Not on the IPL, otherwise also. Yeah, for India also, wherever chances you've given him in the recent past, he's been outstanding.
Okay, Sharath Reddy saying, sir, Sheikh Rashid is a batter. But I thought he did bowl. Maybe I might be wrong in that.
Okay.
Maybe I'll check it up again. Rakesh Buddha, Nick, hope MSD plays one more. Can other Sid will start saying we have seen last of MSD already and his few cameos by courtesy ordinary bowlers.
Yeah, he would say that. MSD is playing outstandingly well. Outstandingly well. And who knows, he may play next season. Why not? Yeah, if he's batting like this, I'll play another
His
season.
close friend in Suresh Raina feels that he will play.
You should. And I'm saying, even if you were to look at it dispassionately as an analyst also, if I was to be looking at it, why not? If he's getting me the runs that he needs and he's keeping as well as ever, use him. If he tapers off, unfit, cannot keep, batting is struggling, then it's another matter. If he's contributing, keep him. Why not?
Yeah, again, Shubham Garg has to go after me. Since strike rate round off maths is great for some players, 147 gets round off to 140 for some player, 157 gets round off to 160. Player name part of formula. No, Shubham Garg. Like,
You do that?
No, I mean, for Dubey, he's like saying that 157 round to 160, and I think in the case of 147, 140, yeah, that's what he's insinuating.
Even rounding off would then be 145.
Even here also, Tianism. Man, oh man, I just can't believe it here. Yeah.
Acha, let's take few quick ones. Guys, do you think team winning away should be awarded 2.5 points? Shreyansh Pudipedi. Interesting comment, but I don't think it happens in any sport, and why should it happen in cricket? There are even number of games at home and away. And let that be.
On the route
Champions
of
League.
Champions League.
No,
home
that
and
was
away.
a
You scrap that.
awful thing.
Yeah.
I'm happy they scrapped it in Champions League. So no.
Honestly, they would avoid, they would give larger points for a team away.
So what mattered was if the scoreline at the end of two matches, and both teams have played at their respective homes, let's say 2-2. If you score 2 away goals, and even if you didn't score a single one at home, since you score 2 away goals, that away goals will have greater weightage.
Yes.
Oh.
That was terrible. Terrible. It just led to boring football.
But
Glad
made
it's
for
out.
very good cinema.
Okay, Sarat Chandra Yalamarti says, Nikhil sir, leave aside all things. Collapse happened, impact batter also takes overs, are still left. Will Dhoni come? Or Cheher? And Sheikh Rashid is spinner.
Why did Sharath Reddy confuse me then? Because I remember that.
No, because
he's a
I think he
bowler.
was
Oh, I said a
pacer, yeah. But what's Sarat Chandra's point? That will Dhoni come out to bat? If overs are say, I think he should. The kind of statements coming out of the CSK camp is that he's not fully fit, and that's why he's coming that lower. But my argument to that has been that if you can keep for 20 overs, which is tough, I'm sure instead of batting 1 over, you can bat 3. Not asking him to bat longer. 3 would be good enough. Yeah, why not? GGK's question you can take.
Said with top 3 sealed, this match could determine the 4th spot. I do agree. Because now
Top 3 seed.
We don't know top 3 seals.
I would say that,
kind of
yeah.
see if you look at it.
Kind of, but
It's
funny.
taking shape now, you can see.
Because KKR
RR maybe, but I think KKR and
KKR's next
SRH.
fixtures are pretty okay.
See,
for
they
them.
have to play Mumbai twice. They played
But they're
Delhi.
playing PBKS next. So that is there. And okay, I know DC, but then honestly,
No, I'm
SRH are playing
as well.
RCB day after. By the way, GTDC is happening tomorrow.
Yes.
So that is the situation. KKR are playing PBKS, so they should kind of get to 12, 14 before the Mumbai scenario itself. Because Mumbai, I think they are playing.
I don't think top 4 are sealed. Maybe
Chennai wins
Rajasthan,
today,
yes.
top 4 is not sealed.
Rajasthan, yes, but yeah, I don't think it's sealed. Shivam, last comment, there was a prediction. Ashish Dhar has said CSK win. CSK 182 for 5, win by 5 runs. He's gone with 182, but he's picked CSK.
CSK, 5 runs.
Yes. Dex says 193 for CSK. LSG chasing that easily in 17 overs. Interesting. Okay. Piyush Nandre says TV broadcasters are celebrating first 6th anniversary of Dhoni. Isn't it too much? Yeah, I didn't know that they are, but if they are.
They are. The first home game for Chennai, by the way, happened today. First CSK MI clash.
But can I tell you why I blame the broadcasters? All of our fans consume star-driven content. Nobody looks as in-depth, objective analysis. Majority of you list like big stars being discussed. Or maybe you guys are an exception. What a catch.
What a catch by
KL Rahul for T20 World Cup.
That was a brilliant catch.
And
Wow.
Henry striking in the
Henry's been bowling well that day.
venue where he first came in the IPL. He first was at CSK, na, but
Yes.
he didn't get to play a game.
Chalo, on that note,
What a catch.
taking your leave. Bye-bye. Take care. See you mid-innings as always. Good game coming up. It'll be a close game, I hope.
Yeah.
Two evenly matched teams. An important game in terms of the points table. So look forward to your company both in mid-innings and then at the end of the day. Bye-bye. Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Nandri.